products. And then the fact that once you put it in, we got to turn around and peer review each other.
Right.
Issue.
Right.
Hold up. Well, while we're waiting for them to join, I wanted to go ahead and ask my question. It's about TaskStream.
Okay.
So, where on TaskStream am I supposed to submit my paper? As in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me get that pulled up here.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tammy's looking up to see where if on TaskStream I'm supposed to be putting my paper 1, 2, 3, and 4.
For Aptel?
No, not Aptel. I'm talking about the Apsel.
Oh yeah. She submitted hers already?
We were just talking about it. Have you put yours in the TaskStream?
I think. Hang on just a second.
I haven't put anything there.
Okay.
I did because I had to send in. I had to do a screenshot. It's so slow. This is crazy. Okay. All right, I'm gonna share my screen with you so you can see.
Okay.
As soon as I get to that part where I can, let's see what I'm doing here. Oh, right there in green on the bottom of my screen. Hello. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. All right, can you see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? All right, why am I not working here?
Yeah.
Come on. It was up until I tried to share my screen, and then all of a sudden it stopped working or whatever.
Okay, well, while you're sharing your screen, in the background it says Aptel Evidence.
This. All right, so let me try to log in.
Okay.
Excuse me. Is Richard on the computer? I am. Well, can you suspend your activities for a little while? I appreciate that. See, I was using Google, and it said it wasn't a good thing for Google, so now I'm using Internet Explorer, and now it's giving me a message it's not good for Internet Explorer either. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have anything to open this stupid thing. Okay, here we go.
It's not good for anything.
I know, but I have Google, I have Internet Explorer. I don't have anything else. Okay, here we go. So you guys can see my screen, right?
Right.
Okay, so I've clicked into the Fall 2017 add-on.
Right.
And this is so slow. I'm so sorry. And then I went to over here and clicked on Apsel.
Okay.
It may not let me do anything because I already submitted. But when you click there.
Is this on our Blackboard?
No, this is on TaskStream.
But TaskStream is on our Blackboard.
No, you have to go like the Google.
Where are you getting this?
www.taskstream.com in.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, you have to make up some. Wait a minute. This is so, I just hate I took this class. I really do. It's just so not traditional. www.taskstream.com. We're trying to make up something now. They should have had this where we shouldn't have to go outside of the web portal. We should have been able to do everything we needed inside the portal.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is TaskStream is accessible by the state. And so they can see your portfolio if they choose to pull it up. But Blackboard is not accessible by the state. So the college
You have
grades
to
you based
create
on Blackboard.
an account. You have to sign up. I see that screen you had.
When
So
you
we're having to sign up and make an account.
this one right here, I put sign up, log in thing. But then when it comes up, you use your like my Gmail, my Gardner Webb email is tbracket1@gwu.edu or at gardner-webb.edu. You know, your Gardner Webb email address. So that tbracket1, that was the first part of my Gardner Webb email address, is your username. And then that
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
then the password that you use for Blackboard is the password for TaskStream.
Wow, I don't even know my password. It's saved on my computer.
I know. I had to reset mine a while back and write it down on a piece of paper because I'm like, I don't remember that. I save it in my thing and it just comes up automatic. I don't even know.
We were supposed to have submitted our ABSL already to the TaskStream.
Yes.
How did we know that?
I think it's week. Oh geez, I don't know.
We are so behind.
See, right
we've been with that. We've been done with it. It's just been kind of sitting there.
Right. I think like in week 8 or 9, whenever it was, we were supposed to put it in Blackboard. It said all we had to put in Blackboard were the peer reviews. And then in TaskStream, you had to put the ABSL along with your reviews that you got from us. And then take a screenshot where you submitted it with your stuff and send that in as your proof that you submitted your ABSL. So,
but ladies, why haven't we talked about that before all of our Zoom sessions?
I think we talked about it in the very first one about how we were supposed to go in to Blackboard, but we never did address it. TaskStream, but we never did address it once we got all this done. My computer's working really slow, so let me get back in here and. Wow, this thing is so slow. I'm sorry.
So we have to create a TaskStream account.
Yes, and you use your Gardner Webb email username.
Gardner Webb email and password.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and because I would have done this already, I guess I probably, because I remember us saying we weren't lining up with what we were supposed to be doing in those weeks, but we were okay as long as we were all doing the same thing together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to create the Screencast account. We're going to submit the ABSL and reviews, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how you submit something to TaskStream.
Okay, I'll show you that in just a second. But here on week 8, all of those peer reviews that you did for me and for Demetria and for Gwen, those go here.
Yeah, but you guys were kind of struggling with getting your assignments done, so it was kind of hard to do a peer review on Demetria. That was the only person I could do my peer reviews on. So then I got away from that and started working on other things. And so like on week 8, when all of that was due, we really wasn't able to turn it in because
Right,
some people everybody hadn't done their assignments.
right. But as they trickled in, I just did them once they were all done. I just turned it in under this tab on week 8 after we were done
To the task stream?
to the Blackboard.
Oh, yeah. Well, finally we got that caught up. I think
Yes.
we're dragging a little bit though, because next week I think everything should be in.
Yeah, Sunday at midnight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's me. I'm like stressing because they at first had told us that we had we're getting this Sunday is the last day, but we had 2 more weeks before they would close out the class and not take any more work. Well, I got an email Friday saying Sunday at midnight. That's it. She ain't taking nothing else.
Have you
So
done your actual 1, 2, 3, and 4?
no, Demetria and I were talking before you guys logged in. I've got my stuff so that I can put my information in, and I have typed up my template, what I'm going to use to put all my information in, but I haven't typed in all my research and stuff yet, and I haven't done the checklist, and I haven't done the gap analysis in the document yet. But I'm going to stay up tonight and get it done. I mean, I just have to. So I will be submitting all of those all at one time, either way early in the morning or sometime tomorrow. But see, this on week 9 is where it said to submit the APSL to TaskStream.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I submitted my APSL and the reviews that you guys gave me on my APSL.
Okay.
So when I went to TaskStream, I went under the APSL right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did, I can't add anything because I've already submitted. So there should be a place here where you can click on attachments, and it'll open up a little thing where you can browse your computer, you can enter URL addresses. Let me see if it shows it on this. Okay, so right here, this is the AppTel, so I'm not gonna do anything. But if you click on attachments,
Mm-hmm.
then you will get when it moves on.
APSL peer review forms.
Okay,
APSL peer review templates. How many points do y'all have on y'all grade book?
I can't remember. But see, when you click on attachments on the task stream, you can upload from your computer all the documentation. And I did them separately. I did my completed product, and then I did each individual peer review from you guys.
Well, it's gonna be great.
And when you upload it, you save and return, and then you have a submit button up top. And that's it. You done. And she graded that on TaskStream like within 2 hours.
Okay.
I got a quick
But I wish
time.
we would have already been in agreement that we were submitting everything to TaskStream. I'm kind of waiting to see, and I'm going to have to go because I really have a lot going on besides this that I'm working on. So I'm going to have to use this time now to contact somebody to try to help me because I thought we were going to do this together as a group. I did. And I've been kind of waiting, and I'm not able to do peer reviews if there's not assignments there. And I only have specific days that I can work on these assignments.
You talking about the peer review for the APSL or the AppTel?
By the end of the day, both, all, anything that has to have a peer review. I can only get into Demetria and submit stuff. And so, like I said, I just have certain days I can work on these assignments. And if you guys haven't submitted anything for me to peer review, I can't wait 4 or 5 days later to try to go back and peer review it. So whenever I set something to the Blackboard, I sent a group email to let you ladies know I put my AppSec one in the Blackboard so that you can know that you can go back and look and try to do the peer review on it. I don't know when you're submitting your things. I'm just having to keep checking. So right now I'm really panicked because if I had known I could have been already live streaming or main test streaming AppSec one or the AppSec period, I would have already done that.
So
I would have already done that. I haven't worked on that in 3 weeks. And it's just sitting there finished. So now I'm on AppSec 2. I mean, task 2 in the AppSec. And have you guys done that yet? No, you just told me you're going to do 2, 3, 4. I don't know what you're going to do. So I've got to keep checking and looking to try to catch this up at the last minute. And I'm not really happy right now about this because I have more going on than just this. So I'm going to leave the Zoom. I'm going to pull up my account and try to do the best I can and send my advisor an email. You ladies have a good night.
okay, you too.
Good night.
I think we lost Gwen.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Anyway, so that was my question about the task stream, because I went ahead and I activated my account. I have the folios and web pages done, so the competencies are there.
Right.
So I was like, clarifying, are we supposed to put our competencies in there from our internship that we did?
Yes. Now I think what you do is let me get to the folio because now over here. Okay, another wait. I did on my internship log, I put the dates that I worked on these things, the hours that I did, the activity I did, the competencies that it covers. Guys, I don't lie. So, and then I also put either screenshots or I scanned documents or I gave URL addresses or whatever for whatever I used as proof. And so I am going to, in each one of the competencies, put that document so that they can see you've got a document that says you spent this many hours on this activity for with this proof that covers this competency, and I'm going to use that same document and put it under every competency that I touched. Does that make sense? Uh-oh.
Cynthia, can you hear me?
Yes. I'm like sitting here talking to myself. I'm like, hello.
I walked into what happened. I was sitting here trying to talk and no one could hear me. And I was like, why are they talking over me? They're not hearing. I feel like, hello.
Bless. Oh, Lord.
I don't know what. Okay, what happened?
I don't know. And I think we lost Demetria too. She said her computer crashed. So she'll try to log on in a little bit, I hope.
And
But anyway.
Cynthia left?
Yeah, Cynthia left. She was frustrated because she didn't know anything about TaskStream. She didn't know how to get on TaskStream. She hadn't made an account or anything yet. And so she hasn't submitted anything on TaskStream and didn't know anything about TaskStream. So she left the Zoom and was going to contact her coach to see if she can get some help with TaskStream.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought we set up our TaskStream after our coaches. I don't know.
But see, I already had the TaskStream set up because I just finished my master's in May.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is just a continuation of the one that I had with my master's. And they just added the 2017 add-on license class to what I already had in TaskStream. So I didn't have to create anything this time. And that was almost 3 years ago when I created that. So I really can't remember anything except that I know I used the first part of my Gardner Webb email. And then it let me, from there, I think I used my same ID that I got in with Blackboard, and then it made me change my password. I used the ID number or the password number for Blackboard for TaskStream for the first initial login, and then it made me change it. So, but I don't remember. I think that's what happened, but I don't remember because, like I say, I did that at the beginning of my master's program, which was quite a while back, 2.5 years ago. So,
yeah, so I was hearing this stuff about, I got the email, the same email you got about like all work is due by the 10th, and it's kind of put me in a frantic mode because I guess we interpret it as something different, but then this email clearly says that we're supposed to get all of our stuff by Sunday.
right.
So now I'm in rush mode to try and get stuff turned in too. I had a question for Cynthia because her Apto thing looked really laid out like the Apsol did, and so I was trying to ask her how where she got that one from, because I saw your text message about, you know, you have to create your own, but did you see hers?
No, I didn't.
Like, it's formatted just like the other one. So if she created that, I was going to ask her if it's okay if I just take it and erase all her stuff and leave the outline there.
Right. See, now I did. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Am I still sharing? Okay. See, I tried to mimic what the first one was, and I just went through and I put the purpose and, you know, I did the headings, and that's as far as I got putting my stuff in. I just got one little subheading there where I started typing in my research for best practices.
What literature are you using? Are you using one that we were reading in class, or one that you just already had experience with? Because I was like, my best practice, should it be tied to my Apsol with like the PBIS stuff, or should it be something completely separate?
Well, what I did was I just started fresh, and because this is creating efficacy and not efficacy, empowerment and leadership, as if you were the principal, how can you empower and encourage teachers to be leaders. So there were several documents that were in the readings for each month that were there were URLs that you clicked on and it opened up a document, and I printed out those documents. And then the books, the 3 R's in education, and the principal, those 2 books I'm using. And then, but that's all I've got is those 2 books that we bought for the class. And then there's like 7 or 8 of those documents. Each week he gave 2 or 3 documents to look at and use for part of your APTEL. So that's what I did. I printed them out, and I'm using those because I don't have time to do any research. And I tried to do a little bit of research and could not pull up stuff that was pertinent to school. It was all about, the nursing field or the business world or something like that. It didn't have anything to do with school.
Right.
So I didn't print any of that out. There she is. You're back.
Yes, I'm back. I had to get on my phone. I don't know what happened to my laptop, but it's dead for now.
Uh-oh.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah. We were talking about the format that we use. I had sent out a message, saying that I didn't get a template, so I didn't know, how to go about making the completed document. So I just mimicked what they had, what Dr. Neal had given us for the APSL. So I just went through and I did the cover page, and then I did the purpose, which came straight off of the rubric, and then each one of these tasks is just verbatim straight off the rubric. This right here is the first thing that I started to type that's mine, that's not on the rubric.
Right.
So if you want me to go ahead and submit, and I added, these are the competencies that I felt like would go with this assignment, along with the description of what that competency is supposed to entail. So if you want me to share this with you so you have a template already made up, I'll be glad to do that.
Okay.
I wanted to show you the one that Cynthia, because I was just like, this looks like one that outlines like Dr. Neal has done. So I wasn't sure if she had gotten that from the coach. I sent my APSL to Miss Talent, and she gave me really good feedback on that. And I asked her about the APSL, if there was like a draft, but she didn't respond to that question. So I was like, then I saw Cynthia's, and I was like, oh, that's really good. Like,
has she put it on Blackboard?
Yeah, she has it on Blackboard, because I was reviewing it, and then I was and that's when I sent the text message like earlier or late last week or earlier this week about, is there a draft for it? But she didn't respond to the text. And then I saw yours about there was no outline for it. So I was like, oh, maybe she did make this up.
Right.
If you look at it, it looks like just like the APSL one. I was like, oh, maybe she got it from her coach or from Talent or something. So I think I'll just use that outline. I just wanted to know where she got it from.
Right.
Because it is aligned just like the APSL. But I'm trying not to freak out. I'm not going to stress myself about it. But this December 10th due date it came out of nowhere for me, and I'm just like, I'm going to do my best. I'm have the APSL done for sure.
Right. Well, it's just like we were talking, and we were saying we were going to have it done by the 10th or close enough. And then it was like, no, we're going to be able to work on it during the break.
And then it was like, no, because you were telling me, you said, give me a deadline or I'm going to procrastinate. And I said, okay, I said, okay, Gwen, you have to have it done by December 15th. And you said, okay, I can work with that.
Yeah,
then,
and that's what I was working with was the 15th.
Yeah. So I haven't seen anything like, I haven't gotten an email saying, okay, it's due the 10th. The only thing I saw was from Dr. Neal that was saying we were fine, we were still doing good, you got time to finish, yada, yada, yada. And it was
Right.
a nice pump you up type email. So,
Dr. Sumner sent an email out like 2 days ago saying everything is due. Let me see if I can pull it up.
well, you need to share it with me because I didn't get that.
I will.
Otherwise, I'd be in panic mode too.
Yeah, because she was like, it's a firm deadline or something like that. And I was
Right. And that was like, I did the same thing. I was like, but Dr. Neal said in his little town hall meeting thing, that we were all doing fine, and, that it was really just a suggested guideline. It wasn't a hard and fast deadline thing, that once we got through this first hurdle, we would start being able to do them quicker, and it would be okay. We could turn it in when we got it done. We just needed to stay together with our group.
Right.
Well, that apparently is not true, because Dr. Sumner sent that email, and that is not what she said.
Yeah. So
I think it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, because supposedly he is the head of the program, and then everybody's under him. So if it's due the 10th, then we all need to, work for the 10th. And if it's due, say, 15th or whatever, then we need to have it done by the 15th. But it's like now, you can have your APTEL done, yes, but you're not going to have your peer reviews to submit because we haven't had a chance to review each other.
Right. Well, and that's what I was thinking, I'm just going to stay up tonight till I get it done. And
yeah, I don't have a problem with working until it gets done. It's just the fact,
right.
Like I said, we're not going to be able to review each other to submit reviews like we did with the APSL because we don't have time to review.
Right. Well, if we do the entire product at one time, we can just take it in pieces. Do one peer review for this section, another peer review for this section. You see what I'm saying? And then we can do all of the peer reviews at the same time.
Right.
But we've got to get the product done and share it with everybody. I mean, we need to get. I'm going to have that done today or in the morning by the latest, so that y'all have at least 2 or 3 days to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fair to say, I'm going to do it I'll have it turned in on Saturday, so y'all need to go in Saturday night and do all my peer reviews, and then, so I can turn it in on Sunday. That's just not feasible.
Yep.
But, with us having been told one thing, and then now all of a sudden that's not true, that's just not cool. It's not acceptable in my book, but I don't know what I can do about it now.
Right.
Because, it's like you said, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was telling us to do. And, somebody misspoke, and I'm not sure who, and I'm not going to take a chance that somebody's not going to give me credit for something when I put a whole lot of work and effort in it. But we were trying to figure out what we were supposed to do and how to do it and all that kind of stuff, which is what we were told was the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the answer is, and I can understand why Cynthia is. Why am I not? Yes. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I? My computer is so slow. I'm getting confused now.
Yeah.
But if I can pull up this email. All right, so come on. Everybody must be trying to get on the internet tonight. All right, so
Yeah, well, while we're waiting for your stuff to load, my only other question was about this thing we were supposed to have been doing on Odin and Pickus. It was chapters 5, 6, and 7 we were supposed to discuss in a Zoom session or something at some point in time in our life, and I never found it. I think it was like October 11th or something. Did anybody ever see that? No. Okay.
no.
Because I know it's in none of the books that we had, so I was like, that doesn't apply.
All right, here. This says, well, this tells me that I was missing the peer team schedule and the APSL peer reviews, which I had failed to, the peer team schedule. I had it, I just failed to put it in the Blackboard thing. Because again, I'm used to being able to go to an assignments thing and scroll down the list of things I'm supposed to do, not have to go week to week to week to week to week. That's ridiculous, in my opinion. But it's just my opinion, so whatever. But so I needed the peer team schedule, I needed the APSL peer review, and that does not include any assignments due on December the 3rd or later, which is your APTL stuff.
Right.
Well, now this last little statement says, please be advised no late work will be accepted after December the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not what Dr. Neal said in his Zoom sessions.
Right.
So I don't know. But I know that I'm going to have mine done before I lay my head down on my pillow tonight or in the morning, however late it might be. And then I'm going to submit it, and I'll shoot everybody a text and say, I'm done. Y'all can do my peer reviews. And then whatever I need to do, I'll do on Saturday night or Sunday afternoon or whatever it is I need to do. And then I'll be done with this one, but we'll know better for next go round.
Yeah.
So, because, once bitten, twice shy. I won't let that happen again.
When you look on our grading thing, we'll miss 7 points for not having the quote unquote APTL peer review forms. But having your APSL turned in is 30 points.
Your APTL, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, let me look at my, because the peer review for, sorry, Gwen. Make sure you can't hear.
Yeah.
Check your volume. You got it?
No, she's saying type.
Okay. So, I mean, only one review for task 4, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's only 7. See, I'm assuming we need a screenshot for that.
Okay. While you're still typing, I'm looking at the updated thing, and I have a final exam essay questions here.
Right.
Posted as well, just in case you fill it out, in case you don't meet the deadline.
Well, see, we really didn't meet the deadline for the APSL.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's what she's talking about, or if, I don't know, because see, I'm going to do it anyway, because technically I did miss the deadline. But I was told that these were not hard and fast deadlines, that as long as the group was staying together, and as long as we were covering what we were supposed to be covering, that we would be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do it anyway, just cover my butt. But I don't feel like that's fair that one person was telling us these are not hard and fast deadlines, and another person's telling us if you didn't meet every deadline, you got to do a final exam.
Right.
And I'm an honest person. I did not meet the deadline. I'm going to do the final exam. But I don't think I'm being fairly penalized. It's not a lack of effort on my part. I didn't just dismiss deadlines. I just thought we were supposed to stay together.
Right.
So.
But I think that's our instructor, because like you said, you guys got emails telling us this is it. I don't have anything.
Right.
They're far behind and have a 3 on all tasks of the APSL by the beginning of next semester to make sure you don't fall behind.
Right.
It says it's a 12-month program, not 3 semesters.
Exactly.
And it's a continuous process. It says if you're having trouble, APSL rated at proficient, you have a little time to play with before grades are due, but that is only for those who have problems. We are all together. You know what I mean? Week 15 is basically a wrap up. Please have a happy holiday and be safe. If all goes well, you will be finished in July.
Right.
So I don't understand what the deal is. I mean, I know it's your saying that's not what the email says, that he said everybody needs to learn. And he says, by the way, if you're not my student this semester, nothing said here overrides what your course instructor has in the course in which you are enrolled. This is simply a concluding overview that I thought would benefit all. Happy holiday.
Right. So he has a disclaimer there. I'm not going to go against your instructor. But why would you tell us that if the instructor was not going to go along with it? I mean, you headed the department. That's what makes me irritated.
But not only that, like I said, she hasn't reached out to me, so I haven't gotten an email from her.
Yeah. Well, she's.
So how is it that everybody else get emailed and I don't?
I don't know. But like I say, it took forever to get. And see, I emailed her one time before on the motivational video.
Mm-hmm. I don't see Gwen.
Yeah, she's dropped out again. She couldn't hear, so she might be trying to log back in.
Mm-hmm.
But so I did a motivational video. It just said it had to be a motivational video, and it had to be 3 to 5 minutes. And it didn't say anything about it had to be a PowerPoint presentation that you talked through or anything like that. So I thought I could be creative and do whatever I wanted to do as long as it met the criteria of being a motivational video for 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
So I did a couple of snippets from some TED Ed videos of some excellent speakers that we've used in some professional development. And then I did a written part of it where I'm issuing a challenge for those that see a need for change to join and be an advocate for change. Either join your SIT team or join in a PLC or go to your administrator and ask to create a group to investigate what needs to be changed. So it was part my work and it was part somebody else's stuff that I borrowed. But I gave them credit for it. I mean, I cited them, and said it was snippets from TED Ed videos and so forth and so on. So because it was a motivational video with my work and some other people's works too, and it was between 3 to 5 minutes, I felt like I met the criteria. Well, she didn't give me any points for it, none, not even one.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent her an email. I'm like, well, she put a comment on the grade and said, I'm confused. This is supposed to be your work. So I emailed her back and I said, if you look closely, it is my work. And I did meet the criteria because the criteria only said I had to make a 3 to 5 minute motivational video to encourage others to join in the advocacy to, elicit change. I said, so I felt like I met the criteria, but if I misunderstood, I'd like to have at least a chance to resubmit something. Well, that was 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying. She's not being a good instructor because she's not getting back to us and giving us the information we need to be successful.
Right.
Because asked, can I resubmit it? That should have been a yes or a no.
Right. And okay, I would have bit the bullet for 4 points and did whichever way it was. But just not to answer me at all and then send me an email that says, as of December 3rd, you're missing this, that, or the other thing, and, I'm not taking anything after the 10th. Well, okay. But that's not what was said in your course description. That's not what was said in the little town hall meetings, which we haven't had any with her. Have you had a meeting online with Karen at all?
No, ma'am.
See, me neither. It's been Phyllis. It's been Dr. Neal. Those are the only 2 people I've seen. And
right.
And then us, of course. Right. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm frustrated, but I don't know what to do about it. So it is what it is.
The only thing we can do is have a discussion and actually call and talk and find out what is the next thing. Because this, to me, is, like I said, I don't think this is right. Because here we are, and this is why we put together. We can talk and share ideas and stuff. But right. Like you said, you got something saying, hey, after December 10th, midnight, not accepting anything. I don't have that. I'm looking now because I finally, we first talked, I got my Gardner Webb linked to my Yahoo. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so all these emails I'm getting from Gardner Webb about things that's happening, on campus, just keeping us in the loop. I have that email I read to you about from Dr. Neal saying on the 3rd, you're doing well. And that's it.
Right.
There's nothing in there except for now they want your opinion about your instructors from fall 2017. They've talked about slow Gardner Webb wireless. And has talked about the blanket donation and long-term items that are getting ready to be sent to, or donated if you don't claim your stuff.
Right.
And that's it.
Yep.
And then it talks about the university got accreditation again. Nothing else. So that's where, like I said, my frustration comes in because you're not getting anything. And then when it comes to grading your stuff, it's taking forever to get your stuff graded.
Like I've submitted stuff and you're just now grading it. Like I did the video that you're talking about. Ben submitted it and that was a week 5 assignment and she just graded it whenever, December 3rd.
Right.
And so,
which to me is like way too close to the end of things to be saying, oh yeah, by the way.
yeah.
I mean, from the December 3rd to December 10th is not enough time to fix anything if there's something that needs fixed.
Right.
So, but anyways.
I'm not worrying about it. I'm like you, I'm going to turn my stuff in. I'm going to send out the text and say, hey, I'm on Blackboard, review me if you can. And that's it. Because like we talked with our Zoom schedule policy, you can't make somebody do your review.
Right.
Because I know we all have lives outside of this. And I know when it was ready and I, sent out, hey, can you review this? Missing a review. It was 2 or 3 days before somebody got to it. And I wasn't upset because I was like, I know you got stuff going on at home. I know you got stuff going on in school. So when you get to it, you get to it.
Right.
When we meet, for this again, if we have to say, hey guys, we're going to meet on Wednesday, we're going to submit on Thursday, and by Sunday midnight, we have to have a review in so we don't fall behind, then that'll be up for discussion, when we do this again.
Right.
We're staying on top of this. I don't feel like anything that's going to kick you out. I just feel like if we have not met the deadline / criteria, I think they'll reach back to us. This is what you need to do next.
Right.
Which is Miss Talent, can work with you to bring you up to speed. I don't think anybody's going to say over Christmas break, oh, well, guess what, Demetria? You didn't get your app tail done in time. You're out of the program. Sorry.
Right.
I don't feel like they're going to do that. I feel like they're going to work with you to help you get caught back up so you don't fall further and further behind.
Right.
My biggest is the lack of communication because, like I said, I am her student. She's my instructor, but I don't have the same email that you received. So I'm out of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So, see, I already did this. Because like I say, I submitted my APSL to TaskStream, and within 2 hours, she graded it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I already got my screenshot here. And I already put the competency portfolio in there. I just haven't done an example entry. But like I say, I made my log, and on my log it has the competency that was met, what the activity was, the hours, and so forth and so on, and a copy of whatever I needed for proof. And so I'm just going to submit that document everywhere it goes. Every competency listed on that document is going to have that document in it.
Right.
So I'm not submitting just pieces of my log. I'm submitting the whole log in every competency where I named that competency in my log.
Right. Well, I think you're going to be okay. I just feel like it's a little cosmetic stuff to finish up. But,
Yeah.
that's it. And I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about it either because my thing is I don't like not getting full credit if I'm working on it like I'm supposed to. And I mean, I want the maximum amount of points because that's just what I do. That's what I am. I don't know any other way of being. So to tell me that it's not a hard, fast deadline, that we need to stay together on the group and then we'll get caught up as we can, but then tell me, okay, well, I know y'all ain't even started on this yet, but you got 1 week. You're busy. No exceptions. That's not the way. That's not the way that this course should have been designed.
Right. Gwen says she can't get in and she wants us to talk on the phone.
Okay.
All right. So you can wrap up our recording and then we can call each other and just add a call. So I'll get started while you wrap this up.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.